cover radio energy. May the Lord give me peace and give peace that transcends all understanding to your own, whose ideals transcended politics and whose legacy will shape Kenya's destiny for generations to come. Announced the demise of former Premier on 15th October 2025. On the 15th October 2025, the mortal journey of the Right Honorable Raila Omolo Unaaagwa came to an end. But his spirit, 80 years, he embodied resilience, boundless, and belief. Urged the nation to dare and challenge Africa to fight for its place in the world and retrace the dreams of the continent's founders. Over the past 3 years, we have witnessed an outpouring of emotions of a nation gripped in grief. Africa has grieved for him. Indeed, the world has grieved for him. A nation and a world struggling with the question, did we really know him in his fighting to find hope in his enduring legacy? Raila Odinga may not have been there to fight the country's war for independence, but he easily became the bridge between our generation and that of our grandfather, the late Jaramogi Oginga Odinga, who fought for our country's independence from colonialism. He learned at the feet of Kenyans and Africa's most revered leaders. He witnessed the liberation ideals and struggles of Pan-African heroes, including our grandfather Jaramogi, Jomo Kenyatta, Julius Nyerere, Kwame Nkrumah, Gamal Abdel Nasser, and Kenneth Kaunda, among others. He followed and internalized Nelson Mandela's struggles and agreed with his philosophy that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. That the brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear. Raila conquered fear and mastered courage. Possibility of death in pursuit of an ideal was not a reason for Raila to retreat, for he also internalized William Shakespeare's own long walk for freedom and liberation, applying himself to the cause as a debt owed to past and due to the present generations. Many times he appeared to be on a cause much larger than himself, a mission almost impossible, but he seemed to be the way he loved it. He gave his life for it. In emulating the giant steps of Jaramogi Oginga Odinga, our grandfather, and the spirit of selflessness that ran deep in his heritage, Raila Odinga, without the release of their leader Jomo Kenyatta, proclaimed Kibaki Tosha, a declaration that propelled NARC to bring an end to KANU's 40-year rule. This defining act was emblematic of the man himself, his actions. The people, they were one of Africa's best known headaches, not only in Kenya, but across Africa and beyond. Generations to come will honor him and offer gratitude. During the 90s, he worked closely with the International Republican Institute as a resource person for peace and conflict resolution in the Prime Minister aid, which created many cynical friends and admirers in Africa and beyond. It is this record that saw him appointed Special Peace Envoy of the African Union in February 2011, following the post-election crisis in Cote d'Ivoire. He juggled politics, entrepreneurship, scholarship with ease. Besides his career in politics, Mr. Odinga is also a successful businessman and entrepreneur, having founded the flagship family business, East Africa Spectre, a manufacturer of gas cylinders for Kenya and the East African region. Subsequently, he founded Spectre International, also known as the popularly known as the molasses plant. Before that, he had taught at the university and served at Raila understood that social, political, and economic changes in the country came through politics, and that although all politics is local, as he appeared to villages of Kibra and Kondele. He understood that an hour comes when he needed to dust himself off and sit in boardrooms or take a plane to global capitals to negotiate to a meeting in Waterhouse, and even shot at, only for him to show up at the boardroom for meetings with his tormentors as if torture at the field did not happen. He understood the place of man-to-man negotiations in the quest to influence policy and power. Raila disagreed fundamentally with many politicians about the state of the Kenyan nation and how to transform it. But those disagreements never stopped him from sitting down with those he disagreed with or sympathizing with the views of fellow politicians. Raila believed in political parties as vehicles for advancing democracy and good governance. It is upon this belief that he was founder member of the Forum for Restoration of Democracy, FORD, later FORD Kenya in 1991, the National Democratic Party, NDP, in 1996, and the Liberal Democratic Party, LDP, in 1997. And in 2005, his present political vehicle, the Orange Democratic Party of Kenya, ODM. In 2013, he led his party into coalition with other parties to form the Coalition for Reforms and Democracy Code, on whose ticket he ran for president. He challenged the election results at the Supreme Court, which ruled in favor of his opponent. He accepted the verdict and took up the leadership of the opposition. He contested the 2017 presidential election on the ticket of the National Super Alliance, NASA, which election ended up being nullified by the Supreme Court, but he stayed out of the subsequent contest for the presidency in 2022, whose results were confirmed against him by the Supreme Court. He accepted the verdict and has led the opposition coalition. Raila's early life prepared him to be a consummate African and citizen of the world, with early education in Kisumu and Siaya before leaving for Germany, where he began his high school education at the Hade Institute of Leipzig. He later transitioned to the Otto von Gutenberg University in Magdeburg, in the then East Germany, where he obtained a Master of Science in Mechanical Engineering, specializing in production technology. In February 2024, Raila visited and extensively toured the two institutions, reliving his days there and recalling that when he arrived in Otto von Guerre, there was not more than 5 black students in the whole college. As a leader, other than Kenya, its people being left behind by less endowed regions of the world because of failure of leadership. Indeed, the last major political project Raila quietly embarked on just days before his death was a third biography dedicated purely to Pan-Africanism and what needs to be done to take the continent forward. In October 2018, Raila was appointed as the African Union High Representative for Infrastructure Development in Africa. He moved into the position with the swiftness and certainty of fish in water. He named the continental highway networks corridors, railways and airports as if they were in Kenya. He was at ease with Africa's trade deficit figures in comparison to other parts of the world. In politics, Raila he forgave his jailers and worked with them to move the country forward. He emphasized that building a progressive country, he would also believe strongly in pragmatism over ideology. That when the nation is under extreme threat, leaders must embrace extreme compromise. He believed power was not an end, but a means to an end. It should be used towards ensure the existence of the nation, not the demise of the nation. He wanted power to be used to ensure progress, prosperity, and peace of and among nations, and not for any causes that would yield contrary outcomes. We will cherish Raila's memory in the heart of our nation, and I believe in the hearts of many African nations. Fare thee well, our champion, our freedom fighter, our Baba. You have fought the long fight. You have finished the honest race. You have kept the unshakable faith. Your work here is done. The struggle continues. Rest in peace and
receive the following family members to eulogize their father, Winnie Odinga, Raila Odinga Jr., Rosemary Odinga, and later on, Mama Ida. Tributes. Karibuni.
Hello? 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 Mimi leo sina mengi ya kusema.